Yo, what's going on? Man, I'm so excited to come to you with the first line of this Black Panther information. I've been talking about Black Panther for 4 years now, every year dropping powerful lectures. If y'all go on YouTube and type in KT the Arts Degree and Black Panther, I got all types of stuff in the archives, from full-length lectures, radio shows, as well as me breaking down Civil War, really go in detail in the character. Now we got about a month before the movie drops, so I'm about to start time releasing, these little gems. You see what I'm saying? Now, why am I doing this? Because it's the lead up to one of the most powerful presentations. No, it's the most powerful presentation I'm going to have to date, because it's 4 years in the making. And that's my Black Panther Decoded that I'm going to be doing in Atlanta, Georgia at Atlantic Station. Yeah, Atlanta, that's where it was filmed. You see what I'm saying? Just using the energy. Atlantic Station is a spot, in Midtown. A lot of people know about the area. If you don't, just Google Atlantic Station. There's a Regal Cinemas there. I will be renting out the theater, so we will screen the film. Following the film, I will be doing a 2-hour in-depth analysis, breaking down all the science, all the info inside the movie. And in addition to that, we're going to have special guests, we're going to have raffles, giveaways, and then in regards to getting y'all tickets, we got different packages where you get a whole lot of goodies also. Now, anybody who's interested in coming to see a live decoded, I ain't talking about catching me on YouTube, little clips on Instagram, word of mouth. I'm talking about coming down, being part of an event. You come down and dress like you Wakandan if you want. You could be Black Panther, you could be Ramonda, you could be Zuri, Shuri, Eric Kilmar, you be Claw, I don't care. Come on down to the Regal Cinemas at Atlantic Station, alright? Anybody who's interested, you go to eventbrite.com. This is the link right there. Takes you straight to the page. But if you go to Eventbrite and type in Black Panther Decoded KT the Arts Degree, you'll see the flyer come up and all the information, for all the further info you might need. Now, if you need any further info, if you look at that and you still got some questions, lovegreenlife@gmail.com, LUVGRENLIFE@gmail.com. Alright, so like I said, in light of this powerful event I'm about to do, where I drop the science, this whole resurrection of culture into the media that is going to actually assist in the youth having something to look up to, us finally being portrayed in the light that is consistent with our history. You see what I'm saying? I have to put forth this information and get into the nitty gritty. Alright, so here we go. The movie opened up with Too Short. See, they use music, right, to tap into your DNA bank. So, like I said, the Hollywood gave us some sugar just so they could throw some salt. But the director of this film, he was very smart. He threw some things in there that maybe Hollywood didn't catch. You know what I'm saying? But I did, and that's why this decoding will be a little bit different from a lot of other decodings that you have seen.
Now, first off, also one thing that you want to understand are the masks, right? Because Black Panther, he's wearing a mask. There's a mask over his face. There are lots of Marvel characters, and the majority of them, you can see their face, right? So let me just explain what masks mean in the occult realm, right? Now, the use of masks in the occult world is ancient. For centuries, the gypsies have used them for their hypnotic powers. Special healing masks for their people are kept secret and never shown to the public. Masks have a shock value and fascination value. Gypsy and other occult groups have special rituals to create the mask, including using their clippings from the person who will wear the mask. Gypsy healing masks are destroyed after the patient gets well. Illuminati programming masks may or may not be destroyed after their use. The Illuminati's mask-making abilities are very high quality, and sometimes the programmers simply wear Halloween cartoon character masks that anyone can obtain to fulfill their role in the programming script that they are involved in during the time.
But what Marvel doesn't like to mention, okay, is the deeper meaning. The deeper meaning behind these comic book characters, okay? And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to break down, okay, the information that they don't want you to know, okay? Another interesting fact about T'Challa, who is the character of the Black Panther, okay, is that T'Challa went to war with an individual named Eric Killmonger, okay? And this Eric Killmonger character, this Eric Killmonger character was a copper-colored Moor, okay? Was an indigenous Moor, okay? He was a black man from America, and they called him Eric Killmonger, okay? And T'Challa ended up going to war with his own cousin, okay, for the right to the throne over the kingdom of Wakanda, okay? Now I'm going to blow you guys away with this information that I found, okay? Not only with pertaining to the war between T'Challa and Killmonger, but also tied to this vibranium, okay? So when you really look at it in the movie, the Black Panther, you had T'Challa and Eric when they were younger. I believe T'Challa's father ended up killing Killmonger's father, Eric Killmonger's father, and that basically took Killmonger's father off of the throne and allowed not only the dad of T'Challa to take the throne, okay, that allowed T'Challa himself to have a right to the throne, okay, right after his dad died, okay. And so in the movie, the indigenous Moor, okay, from America, Killmonger, he basically set out to take the throne back that was rightfully his, okay, because he feels like the throne to Wakanda is his, okay, and these individuals cheated, okay. T'Challa and T'Challa's father cheated, okay, by killing Killmonger's father to take the throne of Wakanda. So Killmonger is trying to take the throne back, okay, dethrone the Black Panther, okay, so Killmonger can overthrow global white supremacy, okay. That's, in a nutshell, that's basically what this movie is about.
So all of that was good. It was entertaining. The special effects was phenomenal. The technology they had was mind-blowing. It reminded me of the technology that they used to describe the people on the planet Krypton in the Superman movie. And we know that the Superman movie is talking about the people of Sirius, right? Our ancestors who colonized this planet. But this review is all about the Black Panther people. And one negative thing I will say is I really didn't particularly care for the fact that it was so much black on black fighting and conflict. It was black on black fighting and conflict. Okay, we got enough of black on black. I would like to have seen more of a realistic situation that we have on this planet. You see, a lot of the black on black that's because a certain condition was created. But I would like to see something a little bit more positive in fighting these particular villains. I would like to have seen them use their technology, not to give too much, but they did have advanced technology. I would like to have seen them use their technology to transform the world, to rid the world of energy crises, you know, take these particular banksters down, take these parasites down, these oppressors and colonizers down, and kind of put them in their place, right? Let everybody, let us really have some freedom, justice, and equality that everybody likes to talk about.
Another thing that was kind of shocking to me when I saw the movie was they had the African, okay, they had the Black Panther team up with a Caucasian, with a white man, okay, by the name of Everett Ross. Everett Ross was a CIA member in the Black Panther movie, and the Black Panther T'Challa, okay, T'Challa teamed up with this white man to overthrow the indigenous Moor of America, to overthrow the black man, okay, in America, okay? So T'Challa, I don't give a good goddamn what anybody says to me on this feed, T'Challa was a goddamn coon, a goddamn sellout, and a goddamn buffoon because he teamed up with a fucking CIA operative, a white man from the CIA, to overthrow, okay, Eric Killmonger, who was the Golden Jaguar, to overthrow the indigenous Moor of the Americas. And what did the Golden Jaguar want to do? He wanted to overthrow global white supremacy by any means necessary, okay?
Also, of course, they had to write in the heroic white guy who had to save the day, because without him, the ships would have fled Wakanda with the technology that would have eventually liberated the world from the oppressor. So, the white guy did have to save the day. So that was definitely written in. Also, and I'm jumping around a little bit, that's why I gave you guys a week to watch it, because it was too much to really get into. So, also, when the white dude had got shot, they brought him back to Wakanda. I keep wanting to say Zamunda. I'm getting Coming to America and Black Panther mixed up. Wakanda, not Zamunda. You know what I'm saying? So, when he had got shot, they brought him back to Wakanda to heal him. This represents, I'm trying not to get the video flagged or removed. This represents a little bit of history where the people of Egypt open up their doors to the non-melanated being. He comes in, and the rest of the story. I don't want the video to be flagged. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, why was she a coon? Because she did some coon stuff. Now, we know in this movie, there was a white savior. There was a white savior, family. Now, let's just analyze controlling the narrative. I want that to be the theme. I should have named this video Controlling the Narrative, but nobody would have tuned in. Anyway, if you go watch the movie Freedom Writers, there was a white savior in that movie. If you go and watch the movie The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks, Oprah was supposed to be Henrietta Lacks, but the movie was about her white savior. If you go look at the movie, that's Freedom Writers. I put it in twice by accident. If you go look at the movie The Blind Side, Angela Bullock was a white savior. If you go back in time and look at the movie How to Kill a Mockingbird, Anarchist, I think that's his name. Anarchist is a lawyer who is defending a melanated man who was falsely accused of rape by a Tamahu. If you go look at the movie Avatar, Avatar was where the colonizers or the invaders had tried to come to their planet, and one of their own had saved the people. If you go look at the movie Machine Gun Preacher, look at that. That's the Machine Gun Preacher, the white savior. And he's saving your ass. So when we talk about a coon is somebody who relies on a white savior. If you a Christian, in my book, you a coon, because Jesus is a white savior. And you can only save yourself. You are lazy because you are depending on somebody to do what you can do for yourself. I can't respect that, family. So now in the movie Black Panther, Everett Ross, that's his name. Everett Ross is the white savior in the movie Black Panther. Who does he save? Well, let's look at the notes. He saved her life, which her is really Nakia, and went on to save the whole country of Wakanda. Nakia brought him to Wakanda, even though it's no outsiders allowed. She co-signed him time after time, saying, oh, well, he saved my life, so it's okay. Just because these colonizers do one good thing don't mean they good people, family. Hold on. I gotta show you how serious I am. Every time I talk to one of y'all be like, well, I know some good white people. I know one, this white person ain't all bad. Yeah, he lynched 100 black men, melanated men. But I asked him for some sugar one day and he gave that to me. So him giving me that 1 cup of sugar negates all the racist things he's done. All the racism he's co-signed, all the narratives that he's controlled, calling you and your family thugs because you stood up for your people. So save it. Just save it. I don't want to hear about how one white person, Tamahu, did one good thing, and now your bitch ass want to go and give the whole society a pass. You giving everybody, and that's what she did in the movie. She kept giving him a pass. She kept giving him a pass. She kept giving him a pass. So essentially, hold on, where's my mouse? Essentially, she gave him a black card. She gave him a black card. Now, this is the thing. If you look at his character, I knew him before this movie came out. I knew him before the movie came out. In the original series, he's a coward, family. He's a coward. That's him, Everett Ross. There he is. They took my pants. Look at him. Look at him, fam. He's hiding behind a gun. He's hiding in a bathroom with no pants and shoes on. Hiding behind a gun because he's scared. He's a coward. She co-signed him. Oh, he saved my life. Get out of here. Look at him. He's scared. He's bitch made. Look at him. Everett K. Ross, Office of the Chief of Patrol, USA, State Department. And now he trying to be cool. He trying to talk like you. He trying to get melanated on them. Y'all be cool, just chill. What? That's not how you talk. Is that what you tell your wife? No. Don't start none, won't be none. Oh, really? Oh, really? That's what you say? Hiding behind a badge. Scared to death. Hiding behind a gun. You a coward, family. You a coward. I had 400 people watching. It dropped down to 300. I don't want a bunch of friends. Because half of y'all is agents. You're a Manchurian agent. And when I say the right words, you will shapeshift on me. Because you are a coon yourself. Crumb, my white friends won't appreciate you talking like fuck your white friends. Stand on the truth and don't give a damn who think anything about it. That's what your problem is. Because you won't stand on nothing. So here we go.
We're going to go deeper. So now here's where it gets even deeper. We know Captain America's shield is made from vibranium. You see, which they stole from Wakanda. You see what I'm saying? But again, vibranium isn't a substance. It's not a metal. It's not melanin. It's not that. It's a concept. So what they really stole was the knowledge of quantum physics and quantum mechanics. That's what they really stole. The knowledge, all of that knowledge, that's what they stole. You see, but the shield itself, when you're dealing with the occultism of the shield, that's Earth. You see what I'm saying? That, but also the shield is a weapon of defense. It's a defensive weapon, but it's also a weapon of Earth. So it's showing how the Western man is using the knowledge of physics and quantum mechanics that he took from Egypt to create weapons of self-defense. These weapons, these missiles, and all of this stuff that he uses as defense. You see what I'm saying? As defense, which is the shield, which is Earth. So that's deep.
So now he is the chief of police of Wakanda. So in the beginning of the movie, he is talking to the Black Panther because the Black Panther wants to kill Claw. Claw is wanted, dead or alive. So he's having a conversation with Black Panther. He says, Black Panther says to him, do you want me to bring him back dead or alive? This is a critical point in the movie, but I guarantee you nobody caught it. He says, I want to bring him back alive. Why is this important, family? Because with our people, his name is Wakabi. Wakabi asked Black Panther to bring Claw to justice, not death. His people are not bloodthirsty. Our people aren't bloodthirsty. They're bloodthirsty. We never dropped an atomic bomb. They dropped an atomic bomb. We have never committed these atrocities and crimes against humanity, and they're still doing it today. So even in the face of these people who have done so much evil, he still says, he's the chief of police, he still says, don't kill him. Bring him to court and we'll put him in jail for life, because we are a people who want justice, not blood. So now, hold on.
Okay, so I'm about to break down these pictures, right? Like right here. See what I'm saying? Like I said, when we look at Killmonger and we look at the Black Panther, okay, the Golden Jaguar, that's his name. Killmonger is really the Golden Jaguar. You have gold and you have purple. You have gold and you have purple. Okay, gold and purple are the two royal colors. They're the royal colors of the Moors. They represent royalty, purple and gold. Okay, two royal colors. You have the indigenous Moor, okay, the Asiatic Moor, the Atlantean going to war with the African, okay, the African Sumerian, okay, from Africa. Okay. So once again, right here, you can even see people, they put this right in front of our faces. They put this right in front of our faces, and it passes everybody up. Out of all the people to get to play the Golden Jaguar, okay, the indigenous Moor, okay, to try to overthrow white supremacy, out of all the people to get to play that role, they chose who? They chose the copper-colored Moor. They chose the copper-colored Moor. You see what I'm saying? Look at his phenotype. Look at his eye shape, okay? Look at his bone definition. Look at his nose. Look at his nose bone. Okay, look at his copper color. This is an indigenous Moor of the Americas. This is an Asiatic Moor. Okay, and they had this guy play the Golden Jaguar representing the Moor of America, getting ready to reclaim his throne. Okay, and to reclaim his power over global white supremacy. Okay, so right here, you have it. The quote-unquote black people of America are really the indigenous copper-colored Moors, okay? And the Zionist Jews know this information because the NFL owners are Zionist Jews, and look what they chose to be their mascot for the quote-unquote Redskins, okay? They call the football team the Redskins, but when you look closely at the logo, the color is really a dark brown color. Okay, it's a dark brown, it's a shiny dark brown color. Okay, it's called copper. Okay, and the people of America mostly share that color. The black people of America mostly share that color. Okay, this was symbology right in front of our faces. Also, why did they have this guy take up, out of all the animals they had the indigenous Moor take up the image of, they had the indigenous Moor take up the image of the jaguar. Why did they do that? Well, when you look at the jaguar's habitat, the jaguar only inhabits one part of the earth, and that part of the earth is the Americas. The jaguar is only found in South, Central America, and certain parts of North America. They're only found in the Americas. Okay, that is why they had the antagonist, the quote-unquote villain. Okay, that's why they had him take up the jaguar image, the jaguar, because the jaguar symbolizes the indigenous Moors of America. It was the copper-colored Moors versus the darker complected Africans. Okay, who are Sumerians. Okay, it all ties back to Atlanteans versus Sumerians. Okay,
intelligent. You had chief scientist that was creating the suits and all the technology was a beautiful black woman. Reminded me of Ninti. If you know the ancient Sumerian tablets, it talks about Enki and Ninti, who were the chief geneticists that helped create the human race. genetic engineering, not to get too deep. Those people on this channel, you already know we get deep, okay? We already know that they're giving you a little bit of the information about what's really happening on this planet and the true history of this planet. They sprinkling it in those movies. So when you hear things from Nazir Ra or the other historians or other guides and prophets down here on the planet telling you this is your history, they see it in your mind like it's just a myth or they getting it from a movie, you see, when it's actual fact. Research the Gilgamesh epics. Research the ancient Sumerian tablets, okay? The ancient Sumerian story of creation. And it'll tell you all about how we came here to get gold. We came here to get gold. Our ancestors terraformed this planet. But anyway, beautiful chocolate sisters.
In the movie, God is a melanated woman. Spoiler alert, in the movie Black Panther, God is a melanated woman. I said I wasn't gonna cuss, but I got to. Here we go. God is a melanated woman, asshole. Okay? Crumb, how do you know this? I haven't seen the movie yet. Or, Crumb, how do you know this? I have seen the movie. I didn't get that. All right. Oh, wait, am I going the right way? Black Panther. Oh, no, yeah, I'm going the wrong way. Sorry. Here we go. Now, here's the comic book. Because you know Crumb always dealing with the origins. Y'all get some new school shit, and y'all just run with it. I don't care what it is. You don't know the origins of nothing. Somebody tell you bell bottoms just came out. Oh, bell bottoms just came. Bitch, bell bottoms been out since the 70s. You late. You just don't know the origins of nothing. So you just going along with this new school bandwagon on anything. So now the origins of the movie was the comic book. In the comic book, he gives praise to Bast. B-A-S-T. There's Bast. There's Bast. You see her breast? She got at least a C cup. That might be a D cup. That's a woman, family. She's a melanated woman. You see that right there? That's Bast. You see that right there? There's Ra. There's Bast. There's Black Panther on his knees, and what does he say? Goddess. What is a panther? A melanated variant of the big cat family. Melanated. Now you see she's melanated because she's a panther, and you see she got breasts. She's a woman. The god of of Wakanda in the movie is a melanated woman. Eat that. Deal with that, nigga. All you white Jesus niggas, deal with that. Moving on.
Okay, T'Challa didn't have that mindset. T'Challa was only concerned about white supremacy in Wakanda, not the rest of the world. Okay? Complete coonery, complete fuckery at its finest. Okay? So once again, yep, you heard it. They teamed up against the indigenous Moor of America, the black man in America, to overthrow him so he wouldn't overthrow global white supremacy. You see, it was a goddamn, it was a global civil war, okay, between two different kinds of black people. That's what it was. That's really all it was. It was the indigenous Moors, okay, who are Atlanteans versus the Africans who are Sumerians, okay? And like I said, I believe it was created for this very reason, to create the further division between Africans and black people in America. Because when you really look at it, we are both being duped by the Zionist Jews in Africa and in the Americas. I'm going to touch on that later, so just stay tuned. Also, this is the nail in the coffin. This is the nail in the coffin for all of the symbology in the Black Panther movie to actually be tied to America. All of this symbology in the Black Panther movie is not connected to Africa. It's connected to the Americas. Because like I said, you can only find jaguars in the Americas. The highest population of Black Panthers, they're found in the Americas. Okay? Like I said, just do the research on your own. So when you look at Wakanda, in the fictional story of the Black Panther superhero, his kingdom of Wakanda was in Africa. But when you do your research, there's no such thing as Wakanda in Africa. The real Wakanda is in North America, and it's in South Dakota, ladies and gentlemen. The real Wakanda was named after a Native American tribe of copper-colored Moors, of indigenous Moors, okay? And they basically named it, they spelled it differently. They actually spelled it differently. This one has a O. This Wakanda has a O. The Wakanda they used in Black Panther has an A, okay? But it's still the same thing, people. It's still the same thing. It's still the same ideology. It's still the same symbology. It's still the same kingdom, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? It's not a game. The real Wakanda is in the Americas. The Jaguars are only found in the Americas. The Black Panther, okay, the Black Panthers are mostly found in the Americas. The Black Panther political party was founded in the Americas, okay? Okay, for liberation for black people in America. Okay, that's all for a reason. Okay, so right here, you see the Aztec warrior. The Aztecs had a mixed bloodline of Mongoloid, and Atlantean Asiatic Moor. So they were basically mixed with Moor with Mongoloid. Okay, you can see it right here in the cheekbones. Okay, with the eyebrow ridge, the nose bone, and the lips, clear as day. Okay, and what did they pay homage to? They paid homage to the jaguar. Okay, that's why they had the indigenous Moor, Michael B. Jordan. They had Michael B. Jordan take up the role of the jaguar because Michael B. Jordan had the same goddamn phenotype as the individual I'm showing right before you. Okay, all in front of our faces. Okay, Black Panther was paid homage to by our ancestors as well in Mesoamerica. Okay, so like I said, here's a old map. Right here we have Lemuria, North and South America, Mexico. We have Europe and Asia, Africa, and Atlantis. Okay, the Asiatic Moors, the Lemurians, the Atlanteans. They were all inhabiting Turtle Island in South America. When you talk about Sumeria, the Middle East and Africa, okay, those are Sumerians. Those are Sumerians. Okay, the land of Sumer and Sumeria. Okay, so this Black Panther movie was created to make a big divide, to cause big division between Africans and black people in America. Okay,
It's this myth in Spanish lore or the explorers of this great gold city called El Dorado. And El Dorado is not in Africa. The golden city is in America that they were looking for. So Wakanda explorers have searched it for centuries. The golden city is a technological marvel. The golden city in the kingdom of Wakanda is not in Africa. It is right in this particular area in the Gulf of Mexico on this continent. Know where you are, know who you are. Because if you follow these niggas telling you some shit, they lying to you, but they all group together and they all saying the same thing. Listen, when you was a little child and your mom told you, if your friends jump off the bridge, is you gonna jump off the bridge? Did you take heed to that? Or are you going to just follow your friends to jump over this bridge? Just a question.
All right, so remember, when we're talking about melanin, there's two. I mean, when we're talking about vibranium, see, it's the same thing because vibranium and melanin are the same. When we're talking about vibranium, there's two types of vibranium. As it entered into the atmosphere, the large chunk actually hit Wakanda, but another chunk ended up hitting Antarctica. And the Antarctica form of Wakanda is what you find on Captain America's shield is different than the Wakanda that you find in vibranium. You would liken Wakandan vibranium to melanin and the Antarctic vibranium to melanin. You know, the polar bear and the gorilla and the polar bear. All right, so melanin, all right, of course, that's what the vibranium is. You know, we have the vibranium flowing through us, okay? We have it. Melanin is nothing but carbon in this kind of intelligent version of itself where it's kind of self-aware. All right, and it uses silica to a great deal to mobilize water and use it in interesting ways. So what you see here is the latest representation of the structure of melanin.
Asteroid came down to Earth long ago, made of this very powerful element that was very valuable called vibranium, and it gave that particular region a lot of technology, advancement, and wealth. Okay, so vibranium is a metaphor for vibration. Okay, they were vibrating on a different frequency from the energy that came from that asteroid, the information, the frequency, the vibration of what came from the ethers, from outer space, from the darkness. Okay.
The material was later rediscovered, isolated, and characterized in 2004 by Andre Geim and Konstantin Novozalov at the University of Manchester. Research was informed by existing theoretical descriptions of its composition, structure, and properties. This work resulted in the two winning a Nobel Prize in Physics in 2010 for groundbreaking experiments regarding the two-dimensional material graphene. So they got the fucking award for just discovering what our ancient ancestors already knew and already were harnessing and using. Okay? All this Nobel Peace Prize, all that mainstream media bullshit, that is all bullshit. The fucking Zionist Jews, okay, and the Caucasoid, okay, all they do is steal the technology from our ancient ancestors and claim it as their own goddamn inventions. Okay, so like I said, the vibranium in the Black Panther suit is graphene. Okay, graphene. I believe they're trying to keep that as top secret as possible. Okay, the graphene, because the graphene does basically the same shit that the Black Panther suit did in the Black Panther movie.
So, Teotihuacan, does that sound familiar? Wakanda. This city was abandoned because, like niggas do, we get somewhere, get comfortable, get tired, and we move, we bounce. We do what we gotta do. We ain't about to just sit nowhere for a long time. And you don't know how great your ancestors was because nobody's telling you how great your ancestors was. They telling you that your ancestors were slaves. And your ancestors was far from slaves. I'm sorry to tell you that. I don't want to argue with you on this shit. Because I'm in America right now. And my ancestors speak to me on the daily. Whenever I need them, they are there. And it ain't no slavery in the conversation. It's king shit, wealth shit, money shit, love shit, growth, agriculture, civilization building, healing, shamanism, herbs, genius level, musicians, dancers, singers, poets, wordsmiths, never slave. You need to get that shit out your mind. And if you want to go and get mind fucked, cool. I ain't saying don't watch the movie. I'm saying understand what they talking about. They telling your story, but they flipping it on your ass. Know that they flipping it on your ass. So when you watch it, and watch out for the LGBT stuff too, because that stuff is incorporated into the story. I'm not saying for Black Panther, but he got 2 women, and I'm not saying nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying they gonna weave that stuff in for your babies too, because Marvel is owned by Disney, okay? And Disney is the fucking kings of subliminal messages. Okay, it might be a wonderful story. You and your kids can sing along with it, but you know, it's some sexual subliminal stuff. It's doing some shit to your mind that you don't know. And it's only going to do that to your mind if you don't know. If you do know, you can watch it and decode the shit and see the shit unfolding in before your eyes and see the games that you can play. Now, I could have did a whole video on Chadwick Boseman alone, but I didn't even want to touch him or talk about him because I felt that this ancestral land that I've been working with, if you follow me, if you know me, if you talk to me personally, you know that this is what I live for. You understand? So I was decoding this whole movie all day, and I didn't get the whole gist of it till about like a couple hours ago. And when I got it, I'm like, okay, let's do it.
Also, the plant that Black Panther has to, they have to crush up and drink the flower, the heart-shaped flower, and the things that they give when he becomes a king is representing the pineal gland and the DMT and, activation in the third eye, So that's very much a part of, the consciousness and how he can be powerful, use his dark energy. His suit is designed to kind of emulate or to represent melanin because it is black. It absorbs the energy and stores it to use it later. It's kinetic energy, that's what they called it. It also could also represent something more political as far as people who throw things at you, make your life harder, but all you're doing is absorbing it and it's making you a better and stronger person in the end. You're growing and becoming more, strengthened as things come against you. You know what I mean? So you're becoming stronger. The more they throw at you, the stronger you get, okay, basically. So I think it was a double metaphor happening right there.
So now, for him to get in contact with Bast, he needs a heart-shaped herb. The heart-shaped herb in the movie represents the lotus flower. They don't call it the lotus flower in the movie, they just call it the heart-shaped herb. Now, in the actual comic book, T'Challa was 19 when he first underwent the sacred Panther rituals. Now, keep in mind, ritual is a short word. Ritual is for a rite, like Masonic rites. This is a rite of passage, a ritual. The heart-shaped herb was an important part of the ceremony. So now there it is. There's the heart-shaped herb, and he's putting it in a cauldron and a pot. And there's the person administering it. I'm gonna get into that in just a second. And those are the people around giving their energy to him. So in order to channel the energy of Bast, in order to give Bast your heart, you have to connect with her through the plants. This is the source of his power is vegan based. The source of his power is plant based. To channel the energy of the ancestors through a sacred female spirit, to give her your heart, to give Bast your heart, to get to her, you must use a plant. I'll put a little thing right here. Let me read this real quick. To connect to Bast, he needs to consume a heart-shaped herb. His power is plant-based. You got to go vegan. Y'all be like, oh, I need protein for my muscles so I can be strong. Asshole. To be strong, you need vegetables. You need a plant-based diet to channel the energy of your ancestors.
Now, the ending, as I wrap it up, the ending was a little bit kumbaya for my taste. You know, it was a little soft, but like I said, we know who's making the movies. I would like to have seen more of a revolutionary change. You had this powerful technology that can clean things up fast. You see, clean things up fast. See, one thing about oppression is sometimes people, they want to linger it on, drag it on until you get your rights. You say, just be patient. The world ain't ready for you to vote yet. Just be patient. The world ain't ready for a black president. Just be patient. You see, and people subscribe to that, and you linger on. You'll never get to where you need to be. You see, but when you become impatient, come on, we got to move this on a little bit. And there's technology and there's things in place to kind of motivate people to make change, right or wrong. Well, they had a technology that can motivate things to change faster on this planet. You see, we tired. We got a change on this planet. Our planet is dying. These beasts are killing the planet. You see, and I would like to have seen more of a radical, revolutionary change with these particular Nagas, which what the movie was about. I got my T-shirt on too, the Cosmic Nagas. You see, that's coming up next month, right in time. They know what they're doing with these movies. You see, Cosmic Nagas. That's the whole movie was about the Nagas. The whole movie is about this underworld of people who hold great treasure. The treasure is not just the gold, it's the wisdom. Another way of saying the wisdom is your technology. You see, your intelligence, your wisdom. And the gold represents the power. It represents the treasures that come from wisdom and technology. You see? He's celebrating my son. He just launched his first app in the App Store. He got an app in the App Store in 9th grade. And some of y'all talking about y'all can't make things happen. He figured the whole thing out. Figured the whole thing out. You see? That should inspire you. Step up to your power. Okay? Step up to your power. Stop these excuses. We royalty. Stop talking about it and walk about it. Right? Walk about it. Walk the walk. You see?
All right, now let's get to this. The Ring. Why is Eric Killmonger connected to Ulysses Claw being played by Andy Serkis, interrogated by Martin Freeman? Why is this whole thing together? Well, remember, Fruitvale Station, Creed, Black Panther, Michael B. Jordan played all three of those roles, directed by Ryan Coogler. Okay, Creed represents Rocky. Okay, the Apollo being his father, the sun, the god of the sun. Okay, and him resurrecting, coming back into his own. Creed represents, you know, the quality of word that you give. Okay, so the thing about Lord of the Rings is the fact that it's written around on this ring and it's forged by gold, so it's sound. There's nothing more powerful than backing up your word and following through. And here we have Lord of the Rings, right, where this whole concept is actually encapsulated in a actual object, where you have Martin Freeman, okay, who's playing Ross, right? Martin Freeman opposite from Andy Serkis, the same as in the scene in the interrogation room. Okay? Remember, Andy Serkis played Smeagol, Precious, always after the ring. Okay? And why does Serkis make a big deal? Because the etymology of circus means circular line. It means ring. It means a circle. Okay? So the same way he was precious for unobtainium in the form of a ring in Lord of the Rings, now he's precious after the actual vibranium in this particular movie. And by it being the ring, remember, this is Creed, this is the boxer, this is the guy who is the king of the ring. You see what I mean? So they got this kind of related energy amongst one another in order to bring him in. So he, Precious, represents this kind of aspect that gets developed in our consciousness, you know?
Now I will say I was kind of nervous because, you know, they like to slip homosexuality in these movies. They like to slip a little feminism in there. They like to slip a little swirling in there. Don't you know? Swirling is where the new thing, they trying to influence black women to enter into interracial relationships, especially with white men. You see, that's what the Oprah movie is coming out. A Wrinkle in Time. Not to even advertise that foolishness, but The Wrinkle in Time is going to be advertising that for you. Okay, for your daughters to want to swirl with the white man. Okay? Which is all good if that's what you want to do. If that's what you want to do, because guess what the baby's going to come out to be. You know, it's a certain type of time when you get in a certain jam in the chess game where no matter which way you move, you in check. Huh? No matter which way that beast moves, he going to be in check as we come into this new dawn. You see, so it really don't matter. You can swirl all you want. You see? You can swirl all you want. That Naga is going to rise. It's going to rise.
And then they had Killmonger, they had the Golden Jaguar say this bullshit before the Black Panther killed him, before T'Challa killed him. The Golden Jaguar said, bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ships because they knew death was better than bondage. If this ain't the biggest propaganda ploy in the fucking world, I don't know what is. Because on this channel, everybody knows, my old subscribers know, that I debunked the transatlantic slave ship theory back in 2015. Back, not in 2016, but in 2015, I debunked that shit. Okay? So like I said, I'm not going to be too long-winded on that. You can just check out my older videos of me debunking that shit. Like I said, this shit right here is a goddamn farce and a psyop, okay? To basically take away the true identity of the melanated Moors in America, okay? So really, the Black Panther movie in a nutshell was a propaganda ploy to divide the Africans from the Americans and to promote the transatlantic slave ship doctrine, okay? And so the indigenous Moors in America would not know their true identity. So they would still try to claim this Black Panther T'Challa identity, because in the movie they made the Black Panther T'Challa, they made him an African. But I just showed you the real Wakanda is in America. You see what I'm saying? The richest land of resources, in my opinion, is the Americas, okay, out of any other land in the world. But they got us looking across the whole goddamn globe, looking at another fucking landmass. You see what I'm saying? We need to be worried about what's right under our goddamn feet.
Now, all of the technology that you saw in the movie, yeah, that was only half. You see what I'm saying? That was only half of what they actually had, because that movie was more dynastic, but that was only half based on what they had, based on their pre-dynastic. That was only half of what they could do, what they did have based on the pre-dynastic, because in the movie you didn't see no pyramids in the whole movie. There was no pyramids. You see what I'm saying? There was no pyramids. There was no huge megaliths. So again, that was only half. That was only half. So as a technological marvel as that movie was, that was only half of what they would have had based on the pre-dynastic. That's madness, you know what I'm saying? So that was only half. You see what I'm saying? So it's only half of what was really going down those hundreds of thousands, possibly even millions of years ago. You see what I'm saying? You see, but some people, again, some of the more historical people, the unlearned people, they will look at them and say, oh, it was exaggerated, but in actuality, no, it wasn't. So you gotta understand, they had electricity, and again, I've done videos on this now. They had electricity when people didn't even have writing. In those times, there was people that couldn't even read and write. So based on them having electricity and people not being able to read and write in other parts of the world, the gap was monumental. So based on their all that high tech, and they got spaceships, and then in the movie she was like, she saw them with guns, and she was like, primitive weapons, primitive, because that's what it was to them. I'm not saying a gun is primitive, but I'm saying that's how it was. The gap was huge. The gap would have been huge. They got electricity, and motherfuckers ain't even got writing. The gap was huge. It would have been huge. You see what I'm saying? And we've only just caught them now, and the stuff that they was doing back then we can't even do today. So no, the movie was not exaggerated. In fact, the movie was under exaggerated. It was you see what I'm saying? The movie was understated. You see, underestimated the movie was. You feel what I'm saying? The movie could have been. They had so much more, even the pre-dynastic. So, but again, they gave it to us. So again, we're ending it right now. The conclusion right now. The conclusion here is this, man. This is what we've all been waiting for. This is what we've all been waiting for. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Finally, a movie that tells our true story, the true story. You see what I'm saying? It was brilliant. I enjoyed every minute of it, man. I walked out of that theater, man. I was happy. That's they're giving us something back. You see what I'm saying? They're giving us something back. It was perfect. The movie was excellent. Everybody has to watch that movie. Everybody, all peoples, black people, white people, all peoples have to watch that movie. It's a movie for all people. You see what I'm saying? But I would recommend, if you're gonna watch it, you're gonna get the IMAX 3D. That's what you gotta get, the IMAX 3D, because it puts you in Wakanda. I'm sitting, I got the 3D, I got the glasses on, I'm in the seat. I was in Wakanda. There's certain scenes that put you in Wakanda. I was in Wakanda. You see what I'm saying? I was in Wakanda, and it was beautiful. Amazing experience. They're finally giving us something at last. At last. You see what I'm saying? So, it's a brilliant movie. You see what I'm saying, man? Brilliant movie. Got the shirt, man. You know what I'm saying? Brilliant movie. Melanin movie. Excellent movie. Brilliant movie. Magnificent. You gotta check it out, man. Check it out. Finally giving us something. So again, man, so again, guys, that's the end of the video. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this is good information. It's alright, people. Thanks for watching.